Okay, I'm back, and perfect timing. I just got the king demands a throne. Everything is properly royal and furnished. A true mountain home must have a true throne. A true ruler requires 7 symbols. Symbols not of this world. More steel, mere steel will not suffice. We must dig deeper, and so my death begins now. Let me finish doing the trading post here, and then I'm going to start digging. I'll also double check to make sure that the king's quarters are handled and that the outpost liaison is happy. Gotta wait for Spiky to finish drinking, though. Yeah. The king shared half a mausoleum with the queen and got pissed off until the entire space was allocated only to him. Should be in the story notes. I'm excited to review all the stuff from the story. I'll make an off-stream video for that where anyone who's active in the Discord, I'll talk about your dwarf. Report a crime? What is happening? Oh my god. Disorderly conduct. Sure, the best thing I can do for a depressed dwarf child is, like, throw them in jail. I just made the king me, and the queen is Andrea. And then everyone they brought with them in their royal group are just people I know in real life, but not that aren't stream watchers. Since they're outsiders. Come on, Spiky. All right, here we go. Let's see. I have to be careful with what I trade with them, right? Because once I trade with them, they're going to bring more of those in the future. They're actually bringing a bunch of cool stuff this time for once. Socks, bucklers, hoods. Need all your bags. Might need to make more space for, like, leather and cloth. They're going to keep bringing crazy amounts of it. I guess it's just like I'm wealthy enough now that the caravans that come here bring way more stuff than they used to. Dice, scrolls, stuff that I don't really have. Crutches and splints. I can make those pretty easily, but... Menacing spikes. Probably take the barrels. Cardinals, camels, and horses. Maybe if I could get a breeding pair. Horse milk barrel. Delicious. Okay. Please take everything that has bone in it or is looted from some other people. I think virtually everything in white was looted from invaders. I'm gonna try to save the stone stuff if I can get away with it. We'll offload the scepters, though, because they're heavy and annoying. Wow, they're still not in the green. Damn. I passed over like an earring box here. This is the worst menu ever. Basically everything else they brought. Okay, hold on. I already added all the stuff that I was skipping before. Okay, bear with me then. Now we're in the green. Trade. Have to give them a gift next time I see them. I got other stuff to work on right now. All right, Spiky, you can leave. Go drink all day. As is your way. Finished. Let's get everything out of here. Build something for outpost liaison. The size of this. Outpost liaison apparently also wants like a royal tomb and a royal throne room and everything. Just a lot easier to overkill this, it feels like, than to actually sit down and try to exactly meet their needs. So is that note from the king about wanting a crown that's like has 7 engraved symbols? Is that just a way to tell you, hey, you should start exploring down? Or is there an actual task somewhere for me to fulfill? Gotta check what's going on with justice here. Convict. Like 11 years old, y'all. I guess just ignoring angry children has been a mistake. I feel so good. I guess maybe they got injured by 6-gun. Made intimidating remarks. I love the little rip when you kill them. That's funny. Oh, apparently 6-gun's doing better now. That's kind of neat because it's like a child, so you still have the cops go talk to him. And it looks like they've calmed down since then, maybe? Yeah. Still pissed off, but not causing huge problems anymore. Good question. Isn't walking around the tavern like insulting people anymore, so that's nice. Dwarven child is fighting. I guess, is it a problem that I don't have a hammer because no sentences will be carried out? Or like, what causes sentences to work? Assign a hammerer. Actually, who are the fortress guard? It should be one of them, right? How about Curtis? But whoever I assigned has to, like, not be wielding a powerful weapon, otherwise they could just, like, straight up murder the person. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Who else is in the Fortress Guard? Try Robert Nickel. Dungeon Master demands special quarters. Fuck that. I don't need a Dungeon Master. Let's leave vacant. Still don't know what a champion is. Is that a role I have to fill? Like someone who fights on behalf of the king or the duke or whoever is the highest in charge? Office. Sometimes I get this overlapping bedroom, overlapping office error. I don't get it here. No, whatever, it's fine. Oh, he already has a grand bedroom just from taking a random, like, apartment. Yeah, it's giving me the overlapping error again. I don't know what drives that. Yeah, adventure mode's not in Steam. Still wants chest, cabinets, armor racks, armor stands. Actually don't care. Still fully engraving the king's area. Finish assigning all of this to get smooth. Yeah, if someone wants to put Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode on the voting spreadsheet or on Subblock, that would be cool. Whenever it gets released on Steam. It's like a roguelike that takes place in your world, right? And I could, like, go on an adventure to try to recover that stolen mug. Six guns stumbling around obliviously again. Since it's a child, there's not a lot I can do other than to make his room really nice, right? Can't, like, give him a study in a tomb. Like, does that make him happier? I assume that as an 11-year-old, he wouldn't care about that stuff, but... Make a small whiny child complex. A temporary complex for... You get to have a tomb and a dining room, and then as soon as they shut up, then it goes away. The king has mandated the construction of certain goods. This is fun. Don't export grates, make grates. Okay. Can I make it out of anything I care? I just make a rock grate. How have I gone the whole game without having to deal with this bullshit? I'm gonna start digging down soon. I'm just trying to, like, tie up these loose ends with nobles and stuff. Demands a throne room. Great dining room. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, went ahead and got everyone renamed while I was taking my break. Whiny child study. Give you doors and everything. I'm just worried that the fact that Six Gun's stumbling around is like already a death sentence, that there's nothing I can do to help, you know? How recently was the justice system added to the game? Yeah, I had a headless child. I noticed that. I didn't know what caused it. I think it fixed itself at some point. I guess they stopped being -1 years old. I don't know, does it? You seem to be doing stuff at about the same rate. Okay, so dining hall. Oh, maybe they're able to overlap as long as the doors have already been installed. Maybe that's why it's been giving me problems. Because of the way it's filling, I guess. Makes sense. Whiny dining. Just call it whiny office. Anyone who's whiny will get this. Whiny tomb. There's no other rooms that can be private to an individual, right? Tomb, dining room, and office, and I guess bedroom. Guess I can make the last one a bedroom, why not? He already has a nice one, but... Walls get included in the value of the room, but I've had issues where not having the doors placed stops you from being able to cause the different zones to overlap. Like I think now, well, now that the doors are built, if I do draw, can I just do this now? And now it's not mad at me, yeah. Still really pissed off. Fortunately, Subo and Turdy are pissed off. Doesn't feel anything after sleeping in a bedroom like a personal palace. Some people's dwarves. Get all this smoothed. Okay. I think that stuff's mostly taking care of itself here. My annoying nobles are happy. So I think it's time for fun. So I need to start building traps. I have a trap door. I think I set work orders to make spinning blades. How do traps work with my own dwarves? They just generally, the only way they can be harmed by them is if they're going off on an enemy and they walk on them at the same time or something, or... Serrated iron discs. Confused. I just have to select the discs, right? Build, traps, weapon, discs. Oh, there we go. So I click on one and I hit done, and I guess there's no confirmation as I'm placing. Each one of these is a trap that needs to be attached to like a mechanism to work. I need to like make like a pressure plate or something. Oh, it's already using mechanisms just to construct them. I see. Let's gather half of them. Does crates get made at some point? Yes. Uh-oh. I think I just saved. Man, I was just talking about how I haven't had a crash in a while. Give me 1 second. It's very lucky that I said... made a save saying it's time for fun, and then just instantly crashed. All right, traps, weapon, go. Oh, I still can just tell it whatever, right? Hold on. Weapon, closest, keep building. Discs, 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 discs. Now, do they just work now, or do they need to be like hooked up to something to work? Let me check on the whiny child room. It'll be a while until they finish over here. Still improving there, but I don't really need it. Let's add Shift F1, one entrance. Okay. Takes them a while to build them, it looks like. Pretty dug straight down here. I guess I just keep going down until something fun happens. So I might have to come at it from a different direction. I don't know. Wow, they were working on it and then just kind of stopped. Interesting. So they probably just take a really long time to build or something. Ooh, you discovered an expansive cavern deep underground. Oh, so I dug into open air basically. Oh, I didn't know you could go below elevation 1. Interesting. Elevation 0, I mean. There's definitely stuff down here. Greedily and deep. About time. Cave spiders, mud, helmet snake skeleton, troglodyte blood. Okay, so I think I gotta send military down here. Is there just a move option? Fuck is that? It's a troll. 430 years old. Poor empathy. Okay, I might have some dead dwarves here in a second. Better make sure I have those traps built. I feel like I'm playing a different game now. Invasions have been a pretty manageable threat. I probably should be careful just sending everybody down here on the off chance that, like, there's an invasion while I'm down here. There was a troll. I guess not. Cave spiders aren't enemies, it seems like. What the hell are you doing, dwarven child? What are you people doing here? Attend meeting? I don't want anyone down here but my military. Okay, let's keep exploring. What are they collecting exactly? Discovered a downward passage. Corpses lying around, that kind of a thing. Oh, that blue area is below me, right? So I'd have to build some stairs to be able to travel down there safely. Okay. Didn't realize the cavern covered so many different areas here. Makes sense. Oh, really? Discover an expansive cavern deep underground. Was there no chance of me finding one above elevation, a negative elevation? That there looks like a long drop, though. If I cause any like mistakes due to not understanding the controls of exploring, I might load my save, but I'm gonna try to stick with any bad things that happen. If I accidentally cause them to walk off a cliff. That skull pop-up scared the shit out of me. Oh, they're already complaining about thirst. Okay, hold on. So I'll cancel their orders so that they can all leave and eat and drink. This is where you want backpacks and flasks, I guess. Well, it's pretty scary. I gotta admit. Tunnel to bucket. They make a shortcut for right at the entrance here. One, 3. Okay. Shift F2. 1. Okay, so they can't. I guess I haven't dealt with microing dwarves very much up to this point. I'm always used to them just eating and drinking on their own without any problems, but they now need water skins, I guess, and backpacks. Oh, I should check pasture. Royals bring anything? They did. Justice hasn't caused any problems lately. Let me check on the tantrum facility. You also need a table, or at least just a table in an office for it to count as an office. Grave this for when they're done. Assume 6-gun's still pest even with all that. I feel so good. 6-gun is a drunk child. Okay, so like monsters can absolutely just come up this staircase now, right? I assume. Weapon traps are still pending construction. I don't know. There's something I can do to get them to be built sooner. Oh, what's with people throwing a bunch of extra weapons on some of these? Hold on. It's not what I meant to do at all. Traps, weapon. Just want the serrated disc. don't know if there's anyone down there right now. Is there a way for me to eyeball that? I don't know why that one was like grabbing all these weapons. What are you doing, Lettuce? I did for the mechanism, but then it asked me to pick... let's see what this person does. Then it asked me to pick a disc, so I picked a disc, and then they just kept adding stuff onto it. Let me just cancel all of them here. Confused as to how these work. They don't need to be powered, though. Like, once they're installed, they just work on enemies. Let me make sure everyone has water skins here. Oh, those aren't included as part of a uniform? I don't know how to give them water skins and backpacks. I have plenty of water skins for everybody. Just crafted a ton of them. If anyone has any ideas on how to, like, equip them with that, I'd appreciate it. Okay, so if I do trap, weapon, select material, chalk mechanism, serrated iron discs. Oh, okay. I guess it gets confused when you place it. Yeah, because it wasn't letting me, like, it gave me two menus, and I think it was confused because it has two menus. I was wondering why it was telling me to pick 10 and then giving me no feedback when I was trying to click them. Does that mean 10 different blades will all fire at the same time? Be pretty nice. Just have to make more iron discs now. Okay. Caverns. Let me look up how to get Dwarf Fortress, how to get militia to equip backpacks, and the problem with backpacks is they'll let food rot in their backpack, right? Backpacks, you guys use them. A lot of, like, forum threads. But I don't see any way, because, like, here, let me show you. This suggests that at least some of them have access to flasks, but aren't equipping them for whatever reason. And I don't think I can add flask as a thing. It's not, like, secretly a weapon or a shield. Jahan's had one for like the whole game. But I don't know why or how. Marstead ended a mandate. Good. Good for me. I'm gonna have to kill me. Okay, so they have to like hand carry all the discs over here. I see. Probably a big reason for the issue. Whiny baby rooms are looking better. Still really mad. Yes, I want more. Is that so bad? Okay, so I gotta be super careful about exploring when it's near to the start of a season. Parlay did not work for me last time, and I feel like if they're trying to say, hey, pay us or we'll kill you, I'm just gonna murder the shit out of them. Great bedroom, grand dining room, grand mausoleum, opulent throne room. So they've been staggered for a while, and even off when they're off duty, they won't get it? Or you're saying just temporarily set them to that and then they'll go gear up? Thanks for the help. You guys are moving way more slowly than they usually do. They also seem like they have way better gear. There are significantly more of them. Okay. You get to enjoy the fun of kidnappers too. They usually come with kidnappers at the same time. They're not wearing steel. Okay. Get everybody? Yeah, that was a much more dangerous invasion than I think we've ever had. Yikes. Don't think anybody died. Blessedly. I knock some of their teeth. That's amazing. Hit them so hard. So I can recover their ammunition. Petition denied. Oh yeah. Thanks, everybody. Invasion went pretty well. Gotta start saving more aggressively now that I'm getting hard crashes to desktop. I don't know if, like, trying to build the traps did that. I'll see if I can report that as a bug. I can understand why the interface was confused because it was set to closest material, but it still prompts you for, like, the weapon after it chooses the mechanism randomly. Shift F2. I'd like to explore this place further. Is this mud the soil that I can grow where it says in my farms that it would be better if I had cavern soil? Is that what that's referring to? Good job, Kevin. Do something to, like, help people not get stung by these bees constantly. So if I set them temporarily to off duty, and I temporarily disable all their other jobs, they might get their gear in order. Let me try it. Well, I guess this team actually has all of their... nothing really changed. They just suddenly decided to equip water skins. Is it maybe because they didn't... they had never encountered a situation where they required water skins before? See, this whole team isn't wearing their gear, and I think that's a thing I have some control over, if I recall correctly. Just gotta find it. There's something in, like, the schedule that says that they should wear their uniform when they're off duty. Oh, that's probably why. Okay. I had it for... Oh, no orders isn't the same as off... Okay, hold on. No orders means that they have to keep their armor on, but that they're still off duty. Okay, got it. I did that for my other two squads, but I guess I forgot to do it for this one. Maybe that fixes most of it. Let's see. I still have people who refuse to wear shoes sometimes. Oh. Caravan from... That's the dwarves, right? Imposed a ban again. God damn it. Won't someone rid me of this turbulent king? What is with me in greats? What the fuck? So weird. This little exclamation point will tell me if they're demanding that a certain item be made. I guess I left some stuff here last time. Whoops. All right, dwarves are finally here. Very exciting, because I asked them to bring me stuff a long time ago. And then they just completely missed a year. Goods. They're dwarves, so I can give them whatever, which is nice. I would trade them some weapons, but I think I have exactly one weapon bin, and I can't search for it, so... Wow, what the hell is in this one? Oh, that might actually contain an artifact. I should double check. I don't know what happened with the artifact that person made that they made as their own, like, they claimed as an heirloom. So hopefully they didn't just, like, put it in a box somewhere. Try changing the sword here. There's a weapon bin. There are maces in this bin, hence the export mandate. Okay, I guess it'll probably warn me on the screen proper, too. Just be careful not to trade any of those, I guess. It's clearly the money area. Okay, y'all bring all that. See, I thought that the capital that I was trading with was, like, they, like, merged with me? And that I'm the capital now? Like, is there still, like, a dwarf city over there that comes and visits occasionally? Increase. I have nowhere else to put instruments, so... Probably increase the goblet count too, to be honest. I've seen as many as like 20 dwarves in there. So while I'm waiting, let's see. Did everyone get their equipment in order? Many of them did. There's definitely a shield available. That's so strange. I wish I had a button that was like, force dwarf to reconsider equipment, right? Drop everything and just try to fix your shit. I had that one dwarf that just consistently would not wear a shirt, and I could not figure out why. Like, she had everything else was in order. We had plenty of shirts available for her to equip. She just wouldn't do it. Spiky's like, fuck this, I'm gonna go drink. This happens to me every time. Okay, well, they have the... I think they have the things I asked for, so at least I'll be able to breed cats. That's nice. So... I'm surprised they're here, though, if I merge with them. Okay, here we go. Give me all that wood, which isn't very much. I guess it's better than last time. Yeah, give me all your cool instruments. Take all of those. Brought literally every instrument, didn't they? That's cool as hell. Bunch of cats. Save me from vermin. don't think I need any food from them. Okay. Eyeball these really quick to make sure I'm not giving them anything really useful. Siltstone crowns, amulets, figurines. This must be like encrusted rings. Okay. I have a question. Let me think how to ask it. When gems are encrusted on a finished good, is the resulting product worth more than the sum of its parts if I sold the finished good and the gem separately? I want to sell any of these water skins. Probably sell most of this crap, though. Maybe not the crutch. Like I should make a dedicated water skin bin so they stop getting picked up like this. Greens, scepters, Zuden body. Okay, I'm really glad they just highlight that in pink for me. That's very nice of them. So we want to do probably one of each so that the weaponsmith will still stay trained here. Probably fine, except the mace, obviously. I assume iron discs are only ever used for traps, right? And it can't be used in another way as a weapon. It's just interesting that they're classified as weapons. Sure, this is all just mugs. Okay, that makes them way too happy, though. Let's try to focus on getting them just barely into the green. Because my dwarves probably enjoy drinking from crazy expensive mugs too. There we go. Thank you. See you next time. Move stuff back out of here. Alright, I said I was going to engage in fun. I intend to engage in fun. I just don't want my dwarves to go down there without backpacks and water skins and have them starve to death or die of dehydration. Like that poor, miserable bull. Remind me, how do I let animals out of cages? I assign them to a pasture. Is that how it works? Okay, they show as a cage, but they won't be caged once I assign them. And then I'll just be able to recover the cages and use them for something else. Call up Bob Barker, help control the pet population. Wow, they take a really long time to build those. Okay. I think I was going to wait until I had at least a couple of those traps running before I head back down again. Let's review what's going on elsewhere. Dwarves were unable to complete the weapon trap. Oh, wow, that like straight up canceled an order. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Any idea what causes that? Interesting. Okay, I think I actually have to make backpacks here. Has mandated the construction of goods. Jesus. Make crates. Okay. When the noble mandates construction, do they like take those items for themselves, or what do they do with them? Oh, actually, I don't want the cats assigned to pasture. That's right. Let me unassign them now that they've been decaged. They just need to have the ability to freely wander, right? So that they can... kill vermin. Sanguine Haze has named his sword. Assume the dying process has been happening. Oh, really? Is that the main place that they go after stuff? Dimple die. So they haven't actually died anything yet. So I can assign like a couple cats there. Great king. I think Six Gun's about to go crazy again. Makes sense, yeah. How are we doing over here? They're like bringing most of the discs to build this and then not actually finishing it, it seems like. Maybe it's working now. Maybe construction's being stopped because, like, I set so many to build, and then they've already committed some of the resources that are no longer available by the time or something like that. Anyway, I don't know. Keep an eye on it. Oh, this is a problem. I built this and then never assigned it. Hey, thank you, Chaos. Appreciate that. How have you been? Screwed that up a while ago, I think. Noticed that like an hour and a half ago or something. Thanks. Cave moss, that's new. Oh, that's interesting. Did like, when I went to go visit the caves, did some spores get on my dwarves and spread here now or something? Interesting. Did not know that was a thing. Okay, now they're placing all the grates. It must have been slowing things down. That's cool. It's good. Okay. It's good to know. Once this first trap is built, I'm gonna go ahead and go explore some more. I guess I need to do backpacks. Let me add that here. Leather backpack. I need 30 of those. I'm just gonna tell it to make 30. They're so close. Almost all have flasks. Atomic War Monkey refuses to get a weapon or a shield for some reason. Maybe they are doing something else weird, like they're like assigned to a weird labor. Or an herbalist. Try telling them not to gather plants for a second and see what happens. Do they like need to have their hands free to gather herbs or something? Is that maybe what's going on? Kai Mom's worked her way up. Maybe. Herbalist, Observer, Axe Dwarf. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. How's my tantrum complex? Pretty good. So what benefits does cave moss afford? Like, why is that a good thing? Die is a listed task, but is it getting done? Let me try making my dyer only die. Scrolled past it, sorry. Was a high master dyer, but hasn't had enough time, sadly. Really? That's pretty cool. So it's like a permanent unlock that you get from having visited the caverns at least once. Does it just spread towards clay floor? Any underground soil? Cannot get this guy to die. Wait, is it happening? Oh my goodness. Way to go, Warshine. Although I don't really want you doing it, because you're not as good. Bear barbecue. But bear barbecue's in the military. I see. Well, that's fine. What are you gonna do? Backpacks are slowly but surely getting made. I want to try setting their schedule temporarily. No orders, and I want to copy that so that they equip things. I'll try doing that and see if they equip stuff. Let's take a look. They're looking pretty good on the whole. Just a couple of them refuse to... I assume that herbalists just can't have a weapon and shield, but I still want them to, like, carry it, at least. So it's Atomic War Monkey, Hey Mr. Curtis, Flare Chew, Yodeling Disco Dwarf, Cloud Reaver. Let me look all these people up and try to disable all their other tasks. I guess I got a bunch of people who weren't wearing their shoes properly, but everybody else is doing great in terms of like shoes. Okay, let's see. I guess maybe I can access them directly from that menu. Yahan. Don't do anything for a second. Let's do that until it says no job, maybe. He still doesn't have his shoes on. I guess as long as most of them have most of their gear, that's all that really matters. Tunnel tube, that's interesting. Kind of want to expand some of these rooms, assuming that there's going to be more. A big area for pasture, potentially. I'd love to move everything underground. I'm guessing I can also eventually fish underground. A baby. Showing had another baby. Okay. I think somebody lost their name again. E10. Okay, I'm gonna send some of my militia down to explore again, but not everybody. Will the moss eventually cover all of the dirt tiles? Wonder if that's going to cause problems for my clay gathering over here. Is there still clay underneath the moss there? It's not a huge deal. Make grates, Jesus Christ. Won't somebody rid me of this guy? He's actually the worst. Just make 3 at a time so we don't have so many goddamn grates. Grates are just solid, but they allow liquid to pass through them, I assume. I never got a diplomacy thing from the Dwarven traders. Hey, I finally built a trap. Okay. Let's wait till everybody's kitted out with backpacks. I am crafting them. Game does not like when I tell it to mass build hives. Maybe it's because they're like coming and trying to build it, but then they get stung by a bee or something. Does the beekeeper skill make you less likely to get stung? That would be funny. Still working on building these. All right, we got 2 of them now. Very cool. And all my other ones got canceled, sadly. So let's try, I guess I'll just do 1 at a time since it's easily annoyed. But I gotta be careful doing closest, because I think doing closest is maybe what caused the game to crash before. Select material. 10. Let's do 1. Need them to get their backpacks. Do they automatically fill their backpacks with food? Is that something I have to, like, make them do? Doesn't look like they're picking up their backpacks right now. I have to see where the backpacks are being stored. Finished goods. Okay, well that should be pretty doable. $18 more to go. I guess I'll wait till they're all crafted before I get too stressed about it. Cave moss. Additions. Tetha Taken problem wishes to reside in Alleyglades for the purpose of eradicating monsters. Okay. So that's like a new member of my population? Oh, it's a human. Oh, weird. Creature is a monster slayer. Ah. Legendary fisherman can now reside in Alleyglades. That was very satisfying. Does he just do stuff by himself? Or do I have to like add him to a militia and equip him and all that? That also only unlocked because I visited the caverns. Oh my god. Someone throw me off a cliff. No one rid me of this turbulent Marstead. Look, I just need to tell people to make grates forever. Uh-oh. Oh, just, you know, visiting dwarves. Baron of Trumpet Verse. It's hanging out in this little pool. You know, where that snake man was hiding before with my stolen artifact. Y'all better not be, like, plotting something. Oh, and like dimple cups naturally grow here too? That's pretty neat. Cool. I feel like that should trigger an alert. Like, that feels like an important enough thing that it should make a little sound effect whenever they start demanding stuff. I don't know why that pot is forbidden. That's really cool. Okay, done doing my important engraving tasks. Does Fortress Wealth continue to matter once you get a monarch? Because I guess I could continue like engraving stuff, but does it like affect like what people will bring in trade caravans and the like? 6-gun is still depressed, and there doesn't seem to be anything I can do about it. Let me see whether people are equipping their backpacks. They're not yet. I don't know what caused them to suddenly all get water skins, though. They definitely did that without me needing to tell them to. I wonder if they get antsy if, like, people are bringing things, like, actively bringing things to, those locations. I don't think everybody went and got their water skins until the water skin job finished, even though there were plenty of them for them to pick them up partway through. 11 more backpacks. I am going to go in the cave, I swear to God. I just want to try to be prepared for it. Strange mood. Tom is taken by a fey mood. Which one? This one? Bones. Okay. Let's slaughter something. But I can't shear the yaks. I love they don't want to add, like, Tarn and Zach don't want to say, yeah, there's like some bees in there. It's like, no, there's 15,987 bees. It makes me wonder if they're actually also modeling the, like they're being a queen in the lake. Let this play out since they were complaining a second ago. Being a queen. Works furiously. Okay, great. Who knows what they're making? I can try taking them off duty again here in a second to see if they equip the backpacks, but... Tons of instruments over here. I think among them I have some stringed instruments, so I should assign someone who can play them. Bard, performer... Just not have anyone who's good with guitar. Or does that not get included as a... Is it like just musician, maybe? Oh, stringed instrumentalist. Okay. Mike, you're on it. As the aspect of one Fae. Got excited that they made a shield. Yak Bone Scepter, okay. Don't let anyone die this time. Definitely one of the most embarrassing things that's happened in my playthrough on stream here. Letting Lisa die by dehydrating in the little museum here in the tavern. I think someone just stole something. They've been waiting this whole time? Who did it? Pretty amazing that that finally happened. I forget what I had there. I probably shouldn't be in a box. Because it said family heirloom, I didn't place it, but... Say, if they took my magical underwear, I was gonna be really sad. That's one of my favorite artifacts. Sometimes if it's... Okay, so if it doesn't let you inspect it, I guess that means that... Oh, maybe that's the problem. Okay, no one actually stole it. I just have 2 artifact scepters. I understand. Okay, well, while I'm in here, I'll go ahead and also assign some of the... family heirlooms. The ones that'll let me assign at least. Wait, those aren't all heirlooms necessarily. They're just shields that people have named themselves, right? Shoot. Well, I need to find out what it's called then. It's Bone Buckler. Okay. Okay, so as long as I have a little magnifying glass, I can go ahead and put it there. I see. I see. So like named objects are like, or sometimes the nobles might demand that they be allowed to carry an artifact or something expensive with them. Geared Company wants a grand guild hall. Okay, yeah, I'll go do that in a second. Let me finish placing this junk. I'll need to get out of that room before you die. I'm gonna watch it until the little window gets built to make sure no one gets stranded in there. Guild halls are just like a maintenance punishment for you doing too well. Do they actually do anything? Geared company. Okay, well, you guys get your own little thing. Just built this, but I can take one of these off real quick. Andrea has ended a mandate. Thanks, Andrea. No one build that thing, please. Seal this back up. Now it's been built. Scepter. This guy. Thank you. If it's more greats, I swear to God. Goddamn bitch. I'm the worst. I am the absolute worst. It's unfortunate that it's greats too, because they just like waste space. Yeah. Oh, is the leather backpack thing finally done? Okay, yes. So, do they have them equipped yet? No. Can I make them equip it? Guild Hall agreement has been satisfied. Okay. Make sure I hide that. Keep doing traps in this hallway. Current project is force all of my dwarves to wear their backpacks. Wait, that seems to have done something. It seems to register. Whatever I just did made them rethink their shit. That's all I wanted before. I just wanted to rethink your shit button. Oh my god, it's happening. It's finally happening. Hold on. Fun imminent. Okay. I thought I was already digging really deep. If you're wondering like why I played this game for like 30 hours without ever finding a cavern, I thought I was already like going to run into something scary just going like 20 levels down. I didn't realize it didn't start getting interesting until like -1. That was surprising. Will people just harvest naturally growing plump helmets and dimple cups or not necessarily? Almost all have their backpacks. Everybody has a water skin now, which I think that's probably the bigger danger for them dying. A lot of them still don't have... Why would you be wearing 2 socks and only 1 shoe? You like this? Is that because they get confused by socks? People were saying that that's a problem, right? It's cool seeing a name associated with their weapon. Does that make them do more damage with it or something? Wait, that seemed to have fixed it. Okay, let's keep doing this. Person by person. Until they correctly put on their shoes. I love, like, this game is so good because you're kind of, like, doing your best to manage this machine that you can barely tweak. And some of the really stupid things you struggle with is, like, getting people to put their shoes on, right? They'll do everything else automatically without needing a lot of, you know, overt hassle, but... Just keep, like, flipping that until... Don't tell me they're all just, like, stripping in public. Some of these are like confusing too, because AKA Gick, it says that they have a problem with their weapon, but their weapon is correct, it seems like. Yeah, in fact, a lot of these people are wearing the correct gear, but it still shows yellow in the menu. All right, I guess I'm just going to operate on the assumption that if I see everything here, that they're probably fine, and I can go ahead and start exploring. Wanted to make sure that we weren't going to get invaded at the start of winter, and it looks like we're okay. So let's go. Fun actually imminent. I don't know how long they can survive on their provisions, but... Do they automatically try to, like, fill their backpacks and flasks, or do I have to, like, take them off duty for a little bit to get them to do that, and then send them and start microing them through the dungeon? Passable. Shift F2. Let's send 2 of them out, and I'll leave the 3rd one behind just in case something scary happens. I feel like I should try to dig more here just to make traversing it less annoying. Six Gun is throwing a tantrum. This was really bad last time. Done everything I can for 6-gun. They have like almost as good a quarters as like the king and queen. Export of tables prohibited. Very funny to me that King Marstead's like, build grates and you better not export any grates. I'm going to be so mad if you do. I have no idea what governs that miner's decisions. What the hell? Don't start down there. Let's... How about everything back this way? Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. You just work on the stuff in these empty areas. I've never had FPS issues in this game ever. Was that a thing in the original version of the game? FPS death. Someone found the source of all this blood. I saw that cave troll wandering around before, but... Oh, Jesus. Troglodytes. So the fun begins. Dude, it's so hard for me to wrap my brain around this. Okay, where the hell am I? I guess I can use the others menu to try to find things, right? Troglodyte. Wow, they violently killed that thing. Good lord. I think I killed all the troglodytes. Good job, team. I didn't even know those guys were there. The end of the area? Was that troll? If you want more grates, I swear. Oh my god. Dude, I guess, well, it's interesting because he's like, I was like, I could sell them to get rid of them. Like, no, he said you can't sell them. Yeah, I figured it out. I'm surprised it doesn't default to the paste method because most other activities in the game do. The little like stamp icon. How do the caverns work? Like, do enemies continuously spawn here? Or can I, like, clear it and be safe? Ish. I know the word safe is very loaded in this game, but... They come in from out of bounds. Is that like conveyed in some way though? Is it like giant cave swallow? Troglodytes. Does it show up like an invasion does on the surface? Yeah, I wonder if I can like try to seal it off, but that seems like that's a very long-term objective. Something being attacked here, more troglodytes. Makes it look like somebody dropped their pack. Someone's gonna die in this expedition, I think. Oh, my cat probably shouldn't come down here. Wow, that cat is on a goddamn mission. What the fuck? Ooh. Gorlak. 49 years old. Healthy. He looks like a little friend. I don't want to hurt him. That's pretty great. These really cool looking like mushrooms. Is that a troppable tree, the goblin cap? Spore tree. Can I plant some of those in my own cave moss? And do elves care about those? Or do they only care about surface trees? Notice for sapient invaders, but not wildlife. Okay. Absolutely. This game, I haven't been this addicted to a game where I just want to play it all the time outside of like Souls games. Just has very little in common with, so it's very, very well done. I'm enjoying it a lot. I've passed the click point that I think a lot of people in the old version of the game probably bounced off of it way before they could get to the click point. Sure, yeah. For me to be able to see these guys on the others menu, my dwarves must be able to get to them, right? Had them selected as attacked for a second. Let me just go ahead and cancel them and let them go back home for a bit. Here, why don't you all come like here for a second? You know, right? It's much more playable now, the Steam version. Still a little intimidating in certain respects, but something that I like about it is that you can kind of play it at your own pace and ignore 95% of its complicated systems. Did he end the Great Mandate? Thank you. What a douchebag. Or disorderly conduct. Oh, is there a button that just completely ends your squad? Yikes. Uh-oh. Miasma. That just means smelly and it disperses eventually, right? That must be people bringing their backpacks back and some of their food rotted or something. You want more grades? I'm definitely going to put that one through mid-journey. I think that'll be fun. This, like, dwarf king just, like, eating a hamburger and demanding a bunch of grates be built. Okay. Do not want these crates. Is their version of adventure mode going to be 3D like Minecraft? Because I feel like they have the information to you know, pattern all these textures onto voxels and stuff. It would be really hard to do, but that would be pretty cool. Okay, did y'all get out of there? I think everyone survived that and did fine. Dead young goblin cap. I'd love to plant my own underground trees, because if I have my own underground trees and my own underground pasture, I don't need the surface really for anything other than, what, trade depots? Or can I get trade depots to come underground too? Okay, that's completely fine. I'm not demanding that they do that. It just seems like that should be possible given the information in the game. Maybe now that it's on Steam, and I'm guessing the audience for the game is expanding. I went from earnestly wanting to get it and it's scaring the shit out of me to completely getting it, I think. I mean, there's obviously I'm not fluent in everything in the game, but I understand why people like it, I should say. Ooh, I'm gonna have to be careful about bars and blocks. Check my... I was worried about this. I need to make a quantum stockpile just for grates. Adventure mode's like a roguelike, right? Traditional roguelike. This is fine, just be furniture. Is there anything that you absolutely are stuck using the surface for? Whoa, what are you doing? Store item in barrel. Nice. He's naming their stuff here. I feel like a lot of my dwarves are just abandoning things on the ground there. So, aside from, sorry, I'll use my words here. aside from the fun of there being all kinds of monsters down here, which I assume don't like have loot or anything like that, is the main advantage of caverns like getting cave moss, getting certain kinds of seeds, I guess getting spider webs? Are there resources down here that are harder to get otherwise? I'm curious if I... Ah, that's what I want to be doing. I don't think there's anything in this cavern that I'm like dying to go for at the moment. I guess there's some mineral veins, but source of food and water. Might try to keep digging down here. Oh, okay. So like at least this layer maybe is something that's intended to be significantly more early game, I suppose, than when I finally came to it way later. Like I said, I would have come here sooner, but I thought that like just going 20 layers down was already pretty aggressive. Does it always only start in the negative values? I think I'm going to try to build a door here. Max and mid elevation depends on where you embarked. I haven't even tried scrolling down. 129, wow. Okay. I'm just really nervous about trying to do anything here, because if troglodytes can just like pop up at any time and my militia's not here, then everyone just dies, right? There's basically nothing I can do about it. Oh, poor Gorlak. I want to be friends. Keeps seeing all the dead bodies and is horrified. Poor little guy. Actually do thoughts for creatures too? I don't think I ever realized or suspected that. Most cavern levels are lower. Okay. You motherfucker. King Marstead is such an asshole. He briefly lifted the ban on great exports. So if I tried to arrange for a little accident for my nobles, do I just get more nobles right away? Like, is there like a succession crisis? Am I just stuck having these goddamn bougie douchebags for the rest of the game? Oh, could someone like climb on the top of this wall? Oh, wow. I guess I didn't think about that. Makes sense. Yeah, right. A bad spot to exit here. I don't think I can make the wall high enough. Oh, one more. Can they try to build the wall from the staircase, or are these going to be unbuildable because of my location on them? Interesting. I feel like placing my no access. Okay. Dwarves have to be adjacent to it, so diagonal won't work then, I guess. Or it's no access, okay. Other creatures could fit through there, presumably. Guess I can dig out this wall and then place it. Don't need that one. Hopefully these traps are good enough that if any troglodytes work their way out of there, does that mean if there's 10 blades in there, does that mean the troglodyte gets hit by 10 weapon attacks every time it walks over one of those? I want to get more of these set to building, but it was giving me trouble before when I queued too many of them up. I do have way more discs now, though. Oops. I wish I could build, like, another route there that monsters would be unlikely to take, but I feel like any route that I build, I have to deal with monsters moving through it, right? Six guns throwing another tantrum. Oh, really? Yeah, I was asking earlier whether building the trap was sufficient or if I needed to connect it to something. So it'll work now if a creature moves over it, but it won't reset itself? Uh-oh. Some cave viper has been found dead. It's finally, Six Guns Tantrum is ended in murder. It's really bad, y'all. It's not just disorderly conduct, it's murder. It looks like being in the justice system also screws up nicknames. Clean self. 6-gun ninja murdered SMK Viper. Oof. I wish I could review what that dwarf was just doing, because I think as soon as they become deceased, I can't access anything about them anymore. I don't know what Viper was assigned to do. It says that they were a stone crafter. I guess I have tons of those. Just going on a tear right now. I think I know I can convict. How do I make a sentence happen here? Can one of y'all move that body, please? Thank you. Okay, being brought into Dio's office. I feel like I need to, like, kill 6-gun. I would like to put 6-gun in jail, but it looks like it didn't count as murder, it counted as disorderly conduct. What can I do here? I've already tried to, like, make 6-gun as comfortable as possible. And it's just not cutting it. I have a dungeon. I have a hammerer, but I need a dungeon master, I guess. Yeah, it's weird. Like, when I had the artifact get stolen, there was immediately a listed sentence pending. But here, the interview happened, the conviction happened, and nothing. Is it due to the lack of dungeon master? I figured it would show a sentence and I just have no way to carry out the sentence because I don't have the person assigned, but... Where would I see a combat log? Oh, from here? I think I already dismissed it. It's happened a couple times, though. It was a tantrum that resulted in a fist fight. I wonder if there's some other way I can deal with the criminal. They may have, like, this sentence may have been just carried out really quickly without me seeing it. Kind of want to do to Six Gun what I accidentally did to Lisa before. Like 11 years old and committing murders. Playing with a puzzle box? Shame dwelling upon starting a fist fight. I'd be happy to try to rehabilitate, but I just don't know what to do. I've already tried to do a lot of stuff to help. I didn't even appreciate that Six Gun had a strange mood before and made an artifact. Oh, do chores upset the children? I didn't realize that. That's kind of interesting. I have enough people that they shouldn't need to do chores anymore because I've got all of these covered by other people. Interesting. Yeah, I've never looked into thoughts, and it's never said they're mad because they didn't have time to play or because they hated working, but good to know. Maybe they'll stop being, like, angry all the time then? They all seem to be constantly angry, all the children. No, I bought a couple toys recently from a caravan. I didn't even know that I could make them. What do they show up as under, like, puzzle box? Toys? Just... Can't make them out of rock. Oh, I can't make them out of rock. Okay. Each individual dwarf probably can't play with more than one toy at a time. Those are just finished goods, basically. I like that they model that. That's cool. Okay, I'll try not to sell them. Put a door right there once I finish building this. Hopefully that covers it. That would explain why I've been having that problem for a while here. This needs to be almost totally covered by cave moss before I can move my animals down there, right? Guess I'll go ahead and assign it now. If I set this as a gather zone too, then my herbalist will come and pick up the naturally growing stuff here. I'll just switch them here. I have no idea. 199 plump helmets spawn, so yeah, maybe that's the problem. This only gathers fruit, right? Not naturally growing stuff. Or like fungus, I mean. Slowly building these walls here. Oh, I guess some of them aren't getting built because they're at a diagonal. I guess I can just deal with it. If something flying comes through there, it's not anything I can really do about it anyway. Oh yeah. It says do everything. What I don't know is that literally talking about fruit, or does it work for like these black caps and dimple cups and things like that? I assume these little trees need more room to grow, right? They can't just grow up one level into the ceiling. Urist Barata. Why do all these my visitors love hanging out in this pool? Just like hiding at the bottom. How many is he levels? Let's save again before I dig further down. Plus side, my monarch hasn't demanded that I build crates in a little while, so that's nice. Figure it'll stop me when it hits something. Disdains power, values harmony, high stamina, poor memory, poor focus, bashful. Man, if Six Gun actually survives for a while and kind of gets over this like tantrum murder rampage, be a complicated person, be an interesting story. I'm gonna go ahead and move most of my animals over here. Is there any reason to not gather things right away? Like, If they sit for longer, can they spread their spores better or something like that? Yeah, 6-gun murdered SMK Viper. Go ahead and swap. I'll leave the dogs up top. Hopefully there's already enough grass down here for all of them. We'll see. I didn't realize how many animals I had. Good God. Cavern discovered. Okay, hold on. I just have like a freaking yak explosion. Oh my God, like... I think it's time to start butchering him. Like... Is this what gelding is for? I was asking earlier, what the hell is the point of gelding? I think maybe I know now. Definitely have to expand the hell out of this room, I think. I've never had, like, I'd spent the entire first, I don't know, 24 hours of the game with, like, barely any animals, so maybe things have just gotten really good for them or something. Beats me. And now I'm hitting stone. Less useful. They'll only butcher animals if I designate them though, right? There's no way for me to just put them. Part of the reason I've wanted to avoid anything involving animal husbandry is that it's just like such a pain to stay on top of because I have to go in and like manually designate for butchery, right? Or is there a standing order? Butcher carcasses. No automatic slaughter. God, 6-gun stumbling again. Guess I can geld everybody. Geld everybody but one of each species, I guess. Guess you only need one male. I do have a gelder. Managed to be mostly pescatarian. I kind of just have these animals with me for emergencies. Like when somebody needs bones for a strange mood. So maybe I'll just geld all of them and just have this be my fixed population. And then I can request imported animals if I really need to grow them in the future or something. Gelding Fortress. Glad somebody's somewhat good at it. Talented Gelder. All right, it's all you, Alex Shin. What's your other labor? Hauling. Well, masonry doesn't do anything, so. All gelding all day. Yeah. How far down did they get here? Jeez. Creepy crawler. Normal and fine. Okay. What are those things? Tunnel tube trunks. Oh, they're enemies. Jesus, how deep is this cavern? Cave crawler. Oh, cool. There's water here. Deep water. Try going around this way instead. Okay, so we're gonna dig up through here. Oh, I'm at the edge of the map, shit. Go, guess. That'll eventually get me down to the floor. Okay. This is an incredibly good and wise decision that's I'm not going to regret at all. So this is just a little slope that goes down one tile, I guess. Tube trunks. Creepy crawlers. Oh, those are just... Okay, so they're like the regular cave spiders. They're not like hostile or anything, it seems like. I'm still kind of freaked out that I saw that that cave troll and then never saw it again. Cave crawlers are freaky. Let's go ahead and save a shortcut here. Double fun. That is way deeper than the previous source of fun. F2, F3, F1. Uh-oh. Giant mole. So it looks like Disco Dwarf is hunting it? I think Disco Dwarf successfully killed it, but I don't see a corpse. Toy boat. Okay, yeah, they are playing with toys now, so that's nice. How's this whole gilding operation going? Giant mole corpse. Right on. Oh, good job, yodeling. Very proud of you. How's this big pasture room going? Can these creatures also feed on lichen? Or just the cave moss? Cutting off all the balls. It'll be a legendary Gelder here in a second. You have a stockpile for balls. Right? Is it gonna help me know when I've successfully gilded something? This is how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have like get overrun by puppies. They can graze on lichen. Okay, cool. Did that only start growing after I breached the new cavern layer? That'd be an X-Next animal that's been gilded. Okay. How do I know if these traps have triggered and need to be reset? Will they look different? I don't think I'm cut out for this. I meant the lichen. Like, I got cave moss, and then I didn't start seeing lichen until just now. I was wondering if that was because I reached into a second cavern. I find a way to designate them to take these things that I bought off the trade depot. They've just been sitting there the whole time. It's all like instruments and stuff, too. I told the tavern that I wanted more instruments. I guess I could tell them to dump them just to get them out of there, and then maybe they'll move them later. Giant moleskin. Snatcher. What the fuck? Frundles? Or hostile, okay. There's a thief. Already running away, I think. Oh wait, so troglodytes and crundles aren't necessarily going to attack? I don't think I understood that. I thought they were just aggressive monsters. Will it warn me if a wild animal is hostile? Meditate on suicide, huh? Some of my animals die down there due to not being able to eat. It's a bummer, but so here's a question. If a pastured area is really, really big, does that matter? Do the animals just know to try to go to the parts of the pasture that currently have grass, or can they get lost in a part of the pasture that doesn't have grass yet and then stupidly die? Excited for this whole room to get covered. You motherfucker, if you want... Are you like this? I love how the king is an adequate milker and sucks at everything else. I guess, can the king get like a strange mood? Just like anybody else? What do you want? You want crates? I'm shocked. Stuff like that is so good. Like, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about this game when we wrap. I have a lot of thoughts about Dwarf Fortress and, you know, how this compares to other procedural games, because you can go on my Discord, and just before we started playing this, I was complaining about how I think procedural storytelling in video games is a joke, that it's usually pretty dumb. I can almost always, you know, see the matrix. I don't read most interactions as variable X, anything more than variable X verb to variable Y, right? Like, okay, whatever, it's just random. That doesn't mean anything. But I think Dwarf Fortress is special because just the volume of noise. There is so much noise in this game. So many little variable X verb to variable Ys. You just kind of become accustomed to all of this crap about their different thoughts and all these little interactions that are meaningless, that occasionally you get this really significant interaction, like a spike against the background. And so, like, the king weirdly demanding that you constantly make grates is like a spike that kind of registers in your brain as more significant than a lot of the other bullshit. And I think a lot of other developers have tried to mirror what this game has attempted, and just they can't, because the scope is too big. Like, they have to make complicated graphics for everything. They have a more complicated game loop than just the simulation aspect. Yeah, there's an unbelievable amount of entropy. That's a really good way to put it. Exactly. So I think a lot of games, like, the difference between the most interesting random thing that can happen and the background is very small, right? At best, it's like, you know, one of the randomly generated names sounds funny, and then it did a randomly generated funny verb to another randomly generated funny noun, and that's like the extent of it. That's the height of the spike from the background noise. And that's fine when that happens. Like, I'll laugh if somebody shares it and says, oh, isn't it funny that, you know, this NPC with this silly name did this silly thing. But I think not only is there so much noise for the player to become accustomed to that you can start to notice when things pop out against the background and like emerge, the game also does a good job of generating emergent important events. Like, strange moods are great. Like, what a cool way to force a spike of an interesting event that affects a specific dwarf in a really meaningful way. And even if you fail to craft their item, still affects things in an interesting way. Six Guns throwing another tantrum. I think someone else might die. We'll see. Hopefully not. Elven caravan has arrived. Oh, what Six Guy needs to do is go accidentally murder one of the elves. Just generate their rage against me. Yeah, it's the fact that all of the little bits of randomly generated things are acting on each other that allows signal to appear out of the noise, right? That's a good way to put it. There's a lot of procedural games where the procedural generation ends once the player starts interacting with the world. And that's when I think it degenerates to that kind of boring, okay, I get it, you know, random nouns, random verbs. Usually procedural generation in games reads to me as you didn't want to take the time to write something or author something. So you did it the easy way, right? And it's less interesting to me. I think we established that the elves, I can't establish a trading relationship with them, even if I like give them tons and tons and tons of gifts. So just because it's annoying to trade, I'm not going to bother. I'll do the diplomacy thing, but did I burn through all my wood stocks? No, I just keep trying to buy that from the Dwarven Caravan. The Dwarven Caravan didn't ask me what I wanted next year, though, so that makes me concerned. I might just need to wait until the human caravan makes a trade deal with me. Oh, my intent at the end of this playthrough is to record an offline review of every significant dwarf that is represented by a viewer in my Discord. So I'll still upload that to YouTube. I probably won't stream it, but I'm just going to review Legends mode. I'm going to request mid-journey art for all of them, because although AI art is really problematic, like if you're just going to use it on something that's already procedurally generated nonsense, that's the best possible use case. I can request goods from humans, though, if I bribe them enough to make a trade deal with me, right? Yeah. Crimes of Six Gun. Still working on digging through this? Okay. Native gold. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I need that for anything, but I don't think I've ever encountered it before. And it's on a layer where I'm not worried about getting murdered. Someone said the only civilization I can enter a trade relationship with is the humans, that the elves won't do it. Is that not true? Six Gun's throwing another tantrum. Someone else might die. I think it's exclamation point quote add and then the thing. Diplomacy, much to discuss. 55 trees. If we can get a trading relationship with them... Thanks, Revenant. I'll go ahead and donate more things to them. Someone said, I guess the wiki claims that you can only develop one with the humans. I really like having this underground now. There's less to think about. Still have way too many dogs up here, though. How's gelding going on here? Okay, I see. So the yak bull got gelded. That poor guy. The guy that I assigned, I'm like, sent him off on the geld apocalypse, right? Like, Jesus Christ. Who is it? Who? Alex Shin got like up jumped, was just minding his own business, hauling some rock shard. It's like, I'm gonna need you to cut off a lot of balls, bud. This is your calling. It's a strange mood. I do have too many dogs. It's seriously a problem. Legitimate issue. Rundle skeleton. Can I, like... I want to station some military at, like, to guard this place, but I want to make sure they eat and drink. So can I, like, tell them to patrol back and forth and, like, occasionally eat? Hold on, I haven't looked at patrols at all. Control the burrow and attack hostile creatures. So if I were to set a burrow as like I did it like here maybe, they would just chill here basically, and then occasionally they go eat and drink, but this would effectively be their job. They do this instead of training. I'd love to end the Dwarf Fortress streams with catastrophic failure so I could explore it later. I guess it could still happen if 6-Gun keeps upsetting people. So I can just keep digging down. Put a door here. Monsters can open doors, but and you said it's a feature of the Dwarf Force universe that nothing can break open a hatch from below, so I could always put a hatch on the way down. I know I have another hatch up top, but I could like try to airlock different sections of the cave from each other. Okay, so they can like take turns. Is that just... So that's under schedule, and I'd have to like basically add them a new column, right? And then just go in and give each of them specific orders. Okay. So I could say Yaha needs a patrol. Sleep barracks at need. Yeah, I'm trying to plan how I want to do this, so I could, because it'll probably have to be next episode. We're almost at time here. I think next episode's going to be the last episode, and I'll probably play it some more off stream. If I do, I'll definitely record it and still post it to YouTube. And I'm going to do a post final episode kind of summary of Legends mode, to let everybody know what happened with their dwarves and put some cool mid-journey art and that kind of a thing. But I think next episode I'm going to try to figure out how to assign individual dwarves to defend and patrol and kind of stagger them so that there's always people guarding this general area. And I plan to continue going further underground. Yeah, okay. Well, none of them have eradicated any monsters yet, to my knowledge. Names are resetting again. Human Hammerman. It's Kevin. Oh God. Oh, it's just a countess. What are you doing down here? If she dies, it's not my fault. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Hey, I'm glad you're here, Dragon Protector, with your full steel gear. Why don't you kill this thing? So they like go to construct something and they see something like that, they freak out and run away. Oh my god, all of my guests are coming here. What the fuck? I mean, I guess it's fine that if the barons and baronesses want to like a most dangerous game thing, that they want to like spend their time exploring my dangerous caverns and killing crundles. Got miasma over here. What's that all about? Oh, it's the rotten crundle corpse. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You refuse to wear the shirt. Yahan hoarding contestants. Yeah, that stuff is super good. It's I think it's because a lot of other games that depend on procedural generation are not simulations, right? And the word simulation has a specific meaning in games, and it's talking about like this feels like how it feels to drive a truck, which you know, when you use simulation, we're really talking about like a physics Monte Carlo simulation, like literally a simulation. Like this game is potentially somebody's PhD thesis. He's not afraid of crundles. Not at all, apparently. I guess I could also build some traps closer to this layer too. I hope that person gets to build the door that they're hauling. Okay, good. Now they're really thirsty. Go ahead and lock that shit, please. Make sure nobody's trapped down there before I close this. I think the Countess is probably trapped down there, actually. Yeah, it makes sense. My wife Andrea has a physics PhD, and this definitely is not her kind of game in terms of how hardcore it is and kind of difficult to get into. But she's really interested in hearing stories about it because it reminds her of writing simulations for her job. It's just instead of like modeling dark matter gamma ray annihilation interactions, it's whatever the fuck this is, right? Soldiers who refuse to wear shirts. Stealing a goblet and giving it to a serpent man and then feeling ashamed and then being promoted to mayor because you're the most qualified. Like, I think that's another thing I like about it is that the player has just enough agency over the game to move the needle a little bit. Because, like, the game didn't choose Scarf to become the manager. I did, but Scarf was also the next most qualified person after everyone in the military, so it made sense to do. Oh, shit, we're at time. Let it get away from me. Future Marstead, work on getting your military orders together. You want to get everybody set to start patrolling down in the caverns so you can explore them more. The objective next episode is crazy finish, so just dig all the way down. and maybe make a save beforehand, but just go as far down as you possibly can and see what fun awaits you. Thanks everyone for joining for this. This has been a treat as always. We'll be back with more Dwarf Fortress next week.